What up, everybody? You're now tuned into the true definition of a sports fanatic. I'm your host, Brandon Lampley. We back in here today with another live stream. Shout out to my people on Facebook, my people on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you listen, wherever you see me. I appreciate you all for tuning in to your boy, sharing, liking, subscribing, all those good things. You're always appreciated. But today, we're going to get into some more football. It was a great football weekend, man. It was a great football weekend. Sunday, two great games. It doesn't get any better than football, man. You know, I love other sports, of course, sports in general, the competition, I love it. But football is just, it's just a different beast, man. It's just a different animal. And, after Sunday after the last game, I was hanging out with a buddy of mine. We were watching the game, chilling, smoking stogies, sipping on, adult beverages. And, I instantly got sad because football is about to be over. It is. It's about to be over, man. The Super Bowl is in 2 weeks, and we're about to be done, man. So, I mean, I get sad just thinking about it, man. I do. I get sad just thinking about it. But hey, it is what it is. I can't wait for the Super Bowl and to see Patrick Mahomes versus Brady. I think this is probably one of the marquee matchups that I can remember in a long time with two great quarterbacks, man. But pause for a moment. I'm gonna share to a few groups. Appreciate you for rocking with me. So let's see, share, post. Yeah. Let's see, run your mouth, post. So we about to get into this weekend, and of course, we got to start with, man. We got to start with Brian Boyd. Oh man, I can't. I got to remember after I finish this, I got to share your last video. I watched it on Instagram. I got to share your stuff, man. Inspirational, man. Right when you need it, just right when you need it. Brian Boyd comes through in the clutch. Check him out, people. Grounded Podcast. Check him out. You say Brady got to be the GOAT now, bro. Got to be now. Now, Brady was the GOAT like a couple Super Bowls ago, man. This is his 10th Super Bowl, but he was the GOAT to me. I think pretty much after the Atlanta Super Bowl. That was it for me. It was a wrap after that. Yeah. Oh yeah. It was a wrap after that, man. After he came back against the Atlanta Falcons in dramatic fashion, Brady was the GOAT after that, man. Oh no. Yeah, Brian. Brady already been the GOAT, man. It's funny. I seen a meme. I think it's Mina Kimes. She shared it on Twitter, and it's been going around on other platforms. And it says the Super Bowl coming up, and it's an adult GOAT versus like a baby GOAT, and that's what the matchup is going to be. It's going to be Brady, the big GOAT, versus Patrick Mahomes, the baby GOAT. Oh yeah, because I told y'all about Patrick Mahomes, man. I told a lot of people got Patrick Mahomes fatigue right now, but hey, it is what it is. You better get ready because you're going to be seeing a lot more of that young man. Because Kansas City isn't going anywhere. They're going to get old, of course. The Travis Kelce, of course, is going to get old. Tyreek Hill is going to get old. A lot of defenders, they're going to break down. They're going to start to get old. But what they're going to do is reshape the pieces around Patrick Mahomes. Like take the Patriots, for example. The Patriots rebuilt their team 3 different times while Brady was there. And not one time did they label it a rebuild or, say anything about rebuilding. They just did it. But they continued to win because they had the GOAT at the most important position on the field. So, yeah, but we definitely about to get into that. Let me finish sharing these groups real quick. And we're going to get it moving. Let's see where we are. Sports talk and debate. All right, that's good. So now let's get into that first game. We got to get into Brady versus Rodgers. And I wouldn't say I've been critical of Brady because I haven't been very critical. But what I have said about Brady is that, he's gotten old. He's 43. With age, he's not the same as he was, in his 20s, in his 30s. I mean, however you want to put it, he's not the same. He's not the same player. But he's still good enough to win. I've always said that he's still good enough to win. And I always say the thing about old age is you can't put together elite performances as often as you could in your prime. You can't. So like Brady yesterday couldn't put together two good halves. I said it on my Facebook. I've seen a few people laugh at the post. They probably Brady fans. Don't care. You swear you know something, but hey, I'm going to break it down for you right now. Brady couldn't put together two halves. The first half, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 202 yards, killing Green Bay. I don't know what coverage Green Bay was running from time to time. I don't know what that was at the end of the first half. That was absolutely awful, of course. It's 8 seconds left, and you playing one-on-one. You playing man coverage, no safety help over the top, and you dudes gets beat. He did enough to win. Yeah, Master Chief, he did. He did enough to win. He did. But let's be honest. In that second half, Brady was poop. Let's call it what it is. Without that front seven, absolutely harassing Rodgers. I'm talking about harassing. Matter of fact, Master Chief said it. Master Chief say, "Hey, JPP jumped Aaron Rodgers, dog. Like he should have squared up with him after that. He should have. We're talking about all kinds of pressure, man. Rodgers had 346 and he had 3 touchdowns. He played well. It's just that in moments when he needed it the most, he did not deliver. He didn't. I don't know why he didn't run for that touchdown. I mean, it looked like it was wide open. I don't know if JPP would have caught him. JPP is pretty fast, but he should have ran. And then how do you not go for it on 4th down and you kick a field goal? And then Rodgers outed his coach quick. It wasn't my decision. I wasn't told I had 4 downs to work with, and it wasn't my decision. He took it straight out of his hands, and that's on Matt LaFleur. So for the Packers loss, I would say about 50% goes to the defense. The other 50 is shared by Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers. It is because Aaron got 3 turnovers in the second half. You know how many points he turned that into? He turned it into 6 points. Brady and them got 2 turnovers. Guess how many points they turned it into? 14. That's the difference. That's the difference in the game. And that front seven for Tampa Bay, oh, my God. My God. I always knew they were good, but I know what their Achilles heel is. Their Achilles heel is the back end of that defense. Those corners can be had. If Rodgers was able to get more time and not suffer, from all kinds of pressure, dude, he would have ate those DBs up. Plus, you had was it a rookie safety that replaced Winfield Jr.? You got another safety, so you didn't have really great safeties out there. Those corners were suspect, and Rodgers and them could not take advantage because of the pressure up front. It's that simple. I don't want to take anything away from Brady. Brady played well enough to win. He did exactly what he had to do to win. Oh, my bad, Jakari. I didn't see Jakari. See, the Tampa Bay wide receivers better find some hands. Can't have drops against KC. They're going to capitalize. Oh, yes, Jakari. See, Rodgers saw ghosts. Sub was breathing down his neck. Dude. Oh, you talking about Sue? Dude, yeah, he saw ghosts. Man, he was tapped. Like, as Stephen A would say, he tap dancing like the late, great Gregory Hines. Dude, as soon as he saw the color of the Tampa Bay jersey flash in his face, dude, he had happy feet. See, JBP and Shaq came basically a 3-man wave. Yes, they did. Man. And in order for Tampa Bay to win the Super Bowl, they have to dominate the game. The MVP of the game has to be that front seven. The front seven has to play incredibly well against Kansas City, because if they don't, those corners are going to get burnt. They're going to be barbecue chicken. They're going to be toast. with the avocado butter on it, man. That's what they're going to be if they do not get pressure on Patrick Mahomes, man. See, Michael Wilson. Call was so bad, the kicker should have audibles. Oh, what call are you talking about? You talking about the call to kick the field goal instead of go for the touchdown? Yes, that was awful. That was dude, you don't even do that in Madden. Why did they think that they will be able to get the ball back from Brady? And let's not forget too, there was a little home cooking with the refs. Let's see. Sue made impact without having sacks. Yes, he did. He made a great impact. Green Bay missed having their best lineman. Bakhtiari, probably the best tackle in the game. Rodgers nicked the ball and had to just stand and throw. Could not step up in the pocket. Nope, he could not. And he still went for 346, 3 touchdowns. It's crazy. So, yeah. And let's not forget about these refs, man. I did not like, especially that last call. That was hogwash, man, because if you're going to call it the way they were calling it all game, they were letting the guys play. The interception that Rodgers threw, dude pulled the wide receiver's jersey. He did. It should have been holding on the defense, but they didn't call it. Okay, so you're letting them play. Well, you should have continued to let them play throughout the duration of the game. And in a key critical moment, don't make it about you, because it's not about you. We're here to see football. We're not here to see the refs. So the NFL has to figure stuff like that out, man, because that's inexcusable. But the game is the game. It is what it is. You didn't lose the game on one call. You never lose the game on one call. That's like you done had a whole rule book change because the Saints and their fans whined about a non-call against the Rams. They didn't lose the game on that simple call right there. You had another chance to win the game in overtime, and you lost. So I don't want to hear about crying from Green Bay, because you had a chance to win the game and you did not capitalize on it. See, they wasn't going to throw it till everyone started clowning. Oh, yeah, dude, he hands up in the air, doing his dance. I was surprised he didn't flop like a basketball player. I'm surprised he didn't flop and act like he got shot with a gun by him. Because, dude, they were not going to throw that flag, Jakari. They weren't. I noticed that. They did not want to throw that flag. But it was such an uproar that, and if you go back and watch it, it was delayed. Play happened. It was a good 15 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds before they threw that flag. Because if you were going to throw that flag, you need to throw it as soon as you saw it, not after the play has concluded. That I hate that, man. I really dislike that. But hey, it's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, man. I mean, it is what it is. But shout out to Brady, the GOAT. He's always been the GOAT. He's going to continue to be the GOAT. 10 Super Bowls, 6 championships, going for a 7th. You can't hate on greatness. You can't. I can't critique it. It's not hate. Just a little critical. It is what it is. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But moving on, I'm gonna get into Chiefs and the Bills. And I know some of you had Tampa Bay. You had Tampa Bay and you picked Tampa Bay. Talking about I was wrong. I went 1-1. It is what it is. But a lot of y'all, the ones who had Tampa Bay, had the Bills too. And you were smoking cauliflower if you thought the Bills were going to beat the Chiefs. I'm just saying, man. I'm saying you on some Reggie, son, if you thought that was going to happen. And if Mecole Hardman didn't have the flu, because he was coughing up the football, if he didn't have the flu, then that game would have been even worse than what it was, because the final score is not indicative of how that game went. That was a beat down. That was a thorough spanking, man. And Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, man. Dude, I didn't know I don't play Madden anymore, so I didn't know that they were both 99s, but I understand. They're supposed to be 99s. Yeah, I understand. No. But Holmes is 99 and Kelsey's 99. Tyreek is a 98. They're the only team with 2 99s, and then now Tyreek is a 98. Go and make Tyreek a 99. Go ahead and do it. But watching that Sunday, all they did was the Bills could not run the football. and they relied on Josh Allen's legs for their running game. And dude, it's not going to work. It's not. They have to be able to run the football. You have to be able to shorten the game and limit the possessions of Patrick Mahomes. The way Tampa Bay is going to beat Patrick Mahomes, the front seven has to play stellar, lights out. We talking Von Miller in the Super Bowl against the Panthers. Like Shaq Barrett and JPP has to be great. And they have to run the football. Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones have to dominate. Say, you ever notice Mahomes don't put any spice on his passes? Tyreek Hill, no hands, just fast. Oh, dude, it's basically go get it, Tyreek. That's what it is. Dude, it's like Terry Bradshaw. I remember went to go see him at something where he was like they had motivational speaking. And it was about, I forgot, it was some company or something like that. And they had him as like a guest speaker. And he talked about it. He was like, Swanee out there somewhere, just throw it up. Tyreek 10 out there somewhere, just throw the ball up, man. See, will AB make a difference in the Super Bowl? Yeah, I would think so. I think the offense is better when AB is healthy. Yeah. Yes, he will make a difference. The reason that they cooked, in the last 5 games or so, they started to really catch their stride and started cooking. AB started to come alive. He started to look like Pittsburgh AB. He started to look like a guy who, dominates the league. Had probably, I think in his 6 or 7 years, most catches. I mean, I think he was tied for second in yards, tied for second in touchdowns, something crazy like that. You know what AB stats were. So if Antonio Brown is healthy for the Super Bowl, look out. Because the Chiefs defense is their better defense than they get credit for. Steve Spagnuolo has built that they built that defense from the ground up. Because not too long ago, they were ranked 32nd. They were one of the worst defenses in the league. They pretty much stripped it down to bare bones and they built it up. They started from the lines and worked their way back. So much so to that they were able to give away linemen, let linemen go in free agency. And still, and they drafted well. They picked up Frank Clark, and they were able to let go of D Ford with no problem and haven't missed a beat. And they're actually better than they were. So that defense for the Chiefs is going to be key. And that's why Antonio Brown will make a big difference. But I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I don't care what wide receivers you have out there. If Tampa Bay can't get production in the running game, Leonard doesn't have to go for 200 and Ronald Jones have to go for 200 yards, but you need to be able to run the football and get positive yards because you want to shorten the game. If this turns into a shootout, that's advantage Patrick Mahomes because they're like NASCAR, man. They're like NASCAR. They can put up basketball numbers in a quarter of football. It's absolutely stunning. And I think they average like 30, 35 points a game, especially in the playoffs. Playoff Chiefs and playoff Patrick Mahomes, it's funny. He gets better. Let's see. Only KC receiving option with sure hands is Kelsey. Everybody else got hot hands, little giants. Well, no, Tyreek. I would say Tyreek. So I wouldn't put Tyreek in that category because even though he did drop a long one, he had 72 yards, and he probably would have had 200. He probably would have went for 2 bills on him, but he did drop a pass. But 9 times out of 10, Tyreek can have a drop or 2 here, but he's more he's sure-handed. Kelsey is he's Mr. Consistent. See, Brandon speaking the truth. Hey, Master Chief, I appreciate that. Hey, I'm gonna hit you up, man. Hey, I got to collab with you, man. Hey, y'all go check out Master Chief, man. I've checked out some of his stuff. Dude is good, man. He's good. He's good at what he does, man. He's good at what he does. Watch a couple breakdowns, man. It's A1 content. You better believe it. See, Tyreek and Kelsey are playing out their mind. Buccaneers have to hide Carlton Davis. Hey, listen. I hope Antoine Winfield Jr. can play. I hope so. Because let's be honest. Tampa Bay has nothing for Kelsey. Absolutely nothing. White can't stick him. David can't stick him. None of those DBs are going. they have nothing for Kelce. They're going to have to double him. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with Tyreek because you didn't double Tyreek and he went for 2 bills in the first half. So you're going to have to figure out something. But Kelce is someone they absolutely have no answer for. There's nobody that can cover him. They're going to have to cover him, double cover him. You're going to have to do that. It's just you're going to have to do it. And you're going to have to give safety help over the top to Tyreek. Now, the thing about it is if you can limit those two, which is hard to do because they've averaged 100 yards for like 4 straight weeks between the two of them or something crazy like that. Been absolutely killing it. But the thing with them, if you can slow them down, now Sammy Watkins is probably going to be able to play. You got Demarcus Robinson, you got Mecole Hardman, you got Pringle. And this is the thing. Those guys don't have to necessarily be consistent. It's just that when they're called upon, make a play. And they're not called upon as often as Travis Kelce and Tyreek. It's just when they are called upon, make a play. Mecole fumbled early. He was called upon later on in the game and almost went for a touchdown. The boy speedy. You see, Devin White will have to trail him. Tyreek will get the double team. Todd Bowles is going to have to throw different schemes. Yeah, he is. He is. But it doesn't matter the scheme if they can't get pressure. They have to get pressure, man. He said, I blitz White all game. He better get home. He better get home. I'm saying, Jakari, if you're going to do that, White better get home more often than he doesn't. Because if he doesn't get home, somebody is open and they are fast. Whoever it is, they're open and they're fast. You're going to have to hope for drops because if he doesn't get home, it's going to be some touchdowns if they blitz and White like that. And with Todd Bowles, if I'm Todd Bowles, don't watch the tape from November 29th, I think, when they played. Don't watch the tape from that game. Throw it away. There's nothing to be learned from that tape, really. There's really nothing to be learned from that tape because it was awful. It was absolutely awful. See, Kansas City has weapons. Every route is a hot route because Mahomes can make all the plays. Blitzing White will get you killed. Thank you, Master Chief. Jakari, that's what I'm saying. See, let's be clear. You let the blitz go, Mahomes will throw. It's coming out. I'm talking. It's fire hot coming out of Patrick Mahomes' hands because he's going to read it. As soon as he sees it, he's going to identify it at the line most times anyway, and they're going to point it out. But as soon as he sees it, it's coming out of his hands. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, they're going to be looking for that. They're going to be looking for that. So if the 4 down linemen are going to have to dominate, Sue, Shaq Barrett, Jason Pierre-Paul, they're going to have to dominate in order to win. They are. You're going to have to get pressure with 4. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. These guys have been great. Shaq Barrett has shown that he's one of the top defensive ends in the entire league. JPP still got some juice left in the tank. Ndamukong Suh is still good. But with all that said, that Kansas City O-line plus Patrick Mahomes' ability to get the ball out quick, we'll see. See, side note, Mahomes' resume in 3 years is crazy. He may be the baby GOAT. Oh, no question, Master Chief. Vita Vea. Yeah, that's the one name I forgot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But hey, Master Chief, I said this a while ago. I said that so it's been 3 years that he's been a starter. If he plays at this level for the next 3 years, let's say 3 years. Let's say he plays at this level for 2 to 3 more years. Let's give him 5 years as a starter. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give him 5 years as a starter at this level. 2 championships, Super Bowl MVP, possibly 2 championships, Super Bowl MVP, league MVP, probably another MVP, maybe another Super Bowl if he continues to play at this level. He's a Hall of Famer. After 5 years, he continues to play at this level for the next 2 years, and he doesn't play another down after those 5 years, you have to put him in the Hall of Fame. He's that good. See, I think White is a great scheme. He has great football presence, but Patrick Mahomes is exceptional. Yes, Timothy, he is. Say if he stays healthy, he will be the Bill Russell of the NFL. Dude, it's possible. It's possible, man. And yes, like I said earlier, that the Chiefs are going to get old. They're going to get old. Guys are going to break down. But what the Chiefs are going to have to do is they're going to have to continue to replace pieces as they start to fall apart. That's what the Patriots did. All you have to do is look at the model of what the Patriots did with Brady and how they went through three rebuilds while he was there. And not one time did they call it a rebuild because they continued to win. Let's see, Caldwell wanted Mahomes. Coughlin shot it down. Don't play Jakari. I've never heard that, Jakari. I don't want to cry on live, okay? I really don't. My eyes already look a little, out there. I'm not, this light, people, so nothing funny going on. It's just this light. But Jakari, I don't want to cry on this live, man. I've never heard that. Are you serious? What's your sources on that, Jakari? Matter of fact, don't send it to me. Don't send it to me because I'm going to be sick the rest of the week. See, he's a Hall of Famer after the Super Bowl, a la Eli Manning. Yeah, after the Super Bowl, yes, for sure. Let's see, but the Patriots don't like to pay. Hey, and then what has it gotten them? 6 Super Bowls. It is what it is. And it's hard for you to come in the office to Bill Belichick and say, hey, I want to be paid more than Tom Brady. That's not happening. Tom was getting lowballed. So you think you're gonna make money like it? Nah, man, get out of here. Coughlin. Tommy, that's what I want to know, Master Chief. I want to know. Brian, it's not funny, man. It's not funny, man. No. Because I wanted Deshaun Watson. I would have took my homeboy, but and no shade on Leonard Fournette. I love Lenny. Lenny was probably my favorite player from that 2017 team. I love Leonard Fournette, and I'm glad to see him doing well. But dude, don't. Oh my God. Anyway, man, let's continue with the breakdown. I need to see the sources. I need to see them too, Master Chief. I need to see them too. I do. I need to see them too. But continue with this breakdown. If the Chiefs are able to get a fast start, Tampa Bay is notorious for starting slow. They are. If the Chiefs are able to jump on them early, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. The game has to be close. Tampa has to jump on the Chiefs early to make this a game. They have to. We talking about double-digit points. Like it's got to be 14-0 or 21-10, or they got to jump on the Chiefs early and have them in trail mode to come back in order to make this a game. Because if the Chiefs get a 10-point lead, if they get a 10-point lead, especially let's say late in the game, let's say fourth quarter. If they go into the fourth quarter with a double-digit lead, it's over. I don't see it coming back because I know y'all saw it. Those interceptions that Brady threw, especially 2 of them, I have no explanation for that. I don't know. Now, the one that Mike Evans did drop, Bomani Jones brought up a good point. He had to go gadget arms to try to get that. Running that fast, yes, he's tall, but running that fast, trying to get a ball that high, it's very difficult. And it touches phalanges. If it touches phalanges, you have to reel it in. I got it. But those other 2 interceptions were those were Jared Goff, Carson Wentz type interceptions, man. That was doggone there, Blake Bortles. See, Tampa Bay defense will determine this Super Bowl. And if Tampa Bay scores more than 30, they might have a chance. 30 is the magical number, Tim. 30 is the magical number. Because stepping off the bus Stepping off the team bus in Tampa Bay, ready for the Super Bowl. 3 touchdowns, step off the bus. Mahomes, whether it's running or throwing, Travis Kelce, and Tyreek Hill. That's almost 3 guaranteed touchdowns coming off of the bus, and the game hasn't started. So 30 points, you have to hit 30 points if you're Tampa Bay. I'd be highly surprised if this was a defensive game and they didn't go over. If let's say the over under, if they don't go over 60 points, I'd be shocked. Oh, okay. I got you, Tim. Yeah, I'll be shocked if they don't go over 60 points, man, because this is a game that you're going to have to score points. And Tampa Bay is going to have to score points, man. And Tom Brady, one thing that he's going to have to do is when it comes to throwing down the field, he already, as a veteran, and this is what makes Brady great, him being a veteran and him being incredibly smart, knowing his limitations and knowing his own weaknesses. That's what makes an athlete and some of those guys that's what makes them great. It's not that they're more athletic than anybody, or they might know more about the game, their IQ is higher or whatever. No, knowing what your weaknesses are and tailoring your game to those things, improving on those things, and knowing, like Brady knows going down the field right now, from time to time, it's 50-50. It is. Because he'll throw a pretty ball one play, and then the next play, it'll be that crap he threw up to Mike Evans, and Mike Evans ain't even see it coming. That's what's going to happen, especially when he has to throw down the field. Now, he threw some beady beads Sunday, too. He threw a few of them. I didn't think he had that much juice left in the arm, but he threw a couple on 10 to 15-yard routes, zipped it in there. You could hear it off the chest. He still got some zip. But when it comes to floating it down the field, see, better coaching staff, not included head coaches for either team. Who has the better coaching staff, Master Chief? I would say the better coaching staff. That's hard. That's hard because the average fan would say the Chiefs off top because of how great the Chiefs are and how great Andy Reid is, Eric Bieniemy, Steve Spagnuolo. I mean, it's star-studded. But Bruce Arians isn't a slouch. Byron Leftwich is a great young coach, going to be a head coach one day. That's going to happen. Hearing too many good things about him. But if no more minority coaches don't get jobs, who knows? Because it's a crime that Eric Bieniemy doesn't have a head coaching job right now. Know this. But I don't know, man. Todd Bowles is great. He's defensive mastermind. And, Byron at OC. And I think they have, majority of their staff. I know they have one lady on the staff. I can't remember her name. But I don't know, man. That's tough, Master Chief. But if I had to give the edge to a coaching staff, I'm giving it to the Chiefs because they've been there and they've done that, collectively as a staff. But if I had to pick a staff, I'd probably go with the Chiefs staff. See, that one he threw before halftime was impressive. Yeah. Although, was it Kevin King? I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was from Kevin King. I don't know what coverage they were running. I don't know what the scheme was. I don't know what they said to him before the play. Whatever it was, somebody should be fired for allowing them to score a touchdown with 8 seconds left in the half. That was piss poor. I'm sorry. That was piss poor. But hey, man, it is what it is. But man, let's see, it was about 34 minutes. Okay. So I guess I'll start to wrap it up here, man. Let's see. Well, I was wrong on the Bills, but Brady is going to bring it home. It should be a good game. Lots of points. We'll see, Troy. We'll see. I mean, he's Brady. He's overcome the odds. I mean, you go to, and they're going to talk about this leading up to the Super Bowl. Just know this, that they're going to talk about this leading up to the Super Bowl, about how Brady has taken the worst franchise in sports history. History now, this sports history, the worst franchise in sports history. Winning percentage, they're the worst. There's nobody worse than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No matter what the sport is, their winning percentage is awful. So you go to one of the worst franchises in sports history and you take them to the Super Bowl in your first year. Kudos to Tom Brady for that. Can't say enough about that. Although it was a good team he went to. Let's not act like these guys are chopped liver, man. You got 2 Pro Bowl wide receivers. You got JPP. You got Shaq Barry. You got Vita Vea. You got Ndamukong Suh. You got Devin White. You got David. You got you drafted Antoine Winfield Jr. You brought in Gronk. So they did put a great team around him. But they are not in this position without Tom Brady. If they had ran this back with Jameis, they're not in this position. Let's see, but I like how Tampa Bay's defense adjusts in the second half. They are better than given credit. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. That front seven is better than people thought. That back end can be had, Tim. It can. Rodgers had a few throws where I saw and I was like, that should be their all game for them. But it wasn't all game, their all game. It was their all game. He just couldn't connect on it because the pressure was immense. Let's see, you think Tom done if he wins? Probably not. No. They're going to have to carry Brady out on the stretcher. I'm convinced of that. He's going to have to go out like Manning. He's going to have to go out like Breeze did. He's going to have to go out like Brett Favre did. He's not going to retire gracefully. They're going to have to carry him off the field. Yeah, he has weapons. Oh, yeah, he got a ton of weapons. But yeah, Jakari, they're going to have to carry him off because he's already shown he wants to continue to play. And he's played at a high enough level to where if I'm Bruce Arians, if I'm Tampa Bay staff, fans, whoever, I'm talking him into running it back next year and giving me another year. Because even though he has had a drop off in his game, he can still play. See, absolutely. There's no way he's willingly leaving at this point. Why? Why would you willingly leave? You know how much money they're making? I'm not leaving. See, A-Rod missed a lot of opportunities to win. I forgot who it was, but he missed them wide open. Yeah, that's why I say he played well, 346 and 3 tugs, but when it mattered most, he didn't play well. He said, could you ask for a better Super Bowl, though? 2 high-powered offenses. Whether it was Tampa Bay or Green Bay against the Chiefs, I thought it would have been a great game either way because high-powered offenses, great quarterbacks. One is the GOAT, one is a baby GOAT, and one is one of the greatest quarterbacks to play in the history of the league in Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah, it was a toss-up as far as those two. Either one would have been a good matchup for the Chiefs, and it would have ended up being a good game. See, is Belichick salty? You know what? I was thinking about that, Jakari, about Belichick and how what it is now that, it's shown that it was Brady, not Belichick. Brady was the one. He's the reason for their success. But I think Belichick will get the last laugh. Even if Brady wins this Super Bowl, Belichick is going to get him another chip without Brady. He's determined. It's going to happen. So he's going to show that it just wasn't Brady. Brady's showing that it just wasn't Belichick. So I don't think he's salty. And one thing about Belichick, he's a shrewd operator, man. He understands he understands football. And he knows in football, got to take a couple steps back to leap forward. This year was a step back for them. I guarantee you their projected win total for this year, if they were really honest and talked about how they thought that they would perform this year, it was basically around what they had, probably a little worse. I'm sure they didn't think that they would be playoff Super Bowl contenders this year because they had to shed a lot of money, had to shed a lot of cap, and they got to move some pieces, and they got to figure some things out. And so this was a true rebuilding year for the Patriots. Watch. He's going to build it, and he's going to build it better than it was before. Only thing is quarterback. Can he find another quarterback? See, if Brady wins this, the GOAT conversation ceases. Brady is the GOAT. Oh, Tim, I already said it. Man. He was the GOAT after he beat Atlanta. Yeah, guys. A lot of y'all guys think he'll be the GOAT after he win this. Dude, he's already the GOAT. Who's better? You got 6 Super Bowls. See, Bill gonna get Mac Jones, and it's gonna get ugly. Hey, I've heard some things about that, man. And I think Mac is going to be a good NFL quarterback. I just do. I think he has it, man. Yeah, he's a statue in the pocket, but he's nimble enough. He kind of reminds me of Brady. He's nimble enough to where he can move in the pocket, unlike Kyle Trask. See, Cam will not be there, but now the question is, who will be behind center? Yeah, that is the question now. Who will be behind center? And I don't know, man. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see who they get. And it's going to be a couple quarterbacks on the board that are going to be solid options. Could you imagine? Because I like Trevor Lawrence, and I'm if the Jaguars don't draft Trevor Lawrence, I'm gonna have a problem. If they draft Justin Fields, I'm gonna have an issue. I think Justin Fields is going to be good, but Trevor Lawrence is the guy. But I also like Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance, if you don't know who Trey Lance is, go look up Trey Lance, North Dakota State. Kid can play. And if, let's say, the Patriots decide that Trey Lance is their guy, I think they got him one, man. I do. I think they got him one. See, I say the same thing. M. Jones has the Brady look. Yeah, he does. I've been watching him since he was at Bowles here in Jacksonville. He played for Bowles High School here in Jacksonville, and I watched him a couple of times. My little brother played for Raines High School. They met him in the regular season. They met him in the playoffs and watched him then. And when he was at Bowles, when he got his scholarship to Alabama, I was like, I don't know, man. He's like game manager type because Bowles ran the football. They didn't throw it that often. And from what I saw from him, it was okay. It wasn't what it was at Alabama. But once he showed his tail, because for him to beat out Bryce Young, I was like, okay, he working with something. And then, he did this. And yeah. So, but man, it is what it is. See, yeah, let me go ahead and wrap this up, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Man, I love rocking with y'all guys, man. Y'all some solid dudes. Hey, it's nothing like talking football with the Brodies, man. It's nothing like it, man. Because this is like almost like us being in the room, everybody giving their opinion, and we talking, we going back and forth, and we having a good time, man. It's all love all the time. So, hey, man, any of you guys want to come on, just let me know, and we'll make it happen. You got some topics, anything you want to talk about, whatever, don't matter to me. Come on, man, and we'll talk and we'll chop it up, man. I'm all for it, man. But I appreciate y'all. Take it easy. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all of my social media. My TikTok is starting to take off, man. It's crazy. I wasn't a TikToker, didn't believe in TikTok, didn't want to be on TikTok. Now, I think I might be a little addicted to it. But I'm going to keep posting over there, man. And I appreciate y'all guys. Let's see what Tim Rice said. Say now the Patriots defense will be great. A lot of them opted out. Yeah, they did. So they're going to run it back with a great defense, man. And let's say he gets a Trey Lance or a Mac Jones. We talking about probably a playoff team, man, because of how good the defense is, and they're going to be able to run the football. Yeah, get a kid that doesn't turn the ball over. But man, I appreciate y'all. Check me later. I'm going to do a Super Bowl, kind of like a preview. I'm going to talk about it. I don't know if I'll have somebody on with me. I'll see, see if I have guests come on with me. I might get Javon to come back. We'll see. But I appreciate you guys. But I'll talk to you guys later.